everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday and it's June 8th, and we do have a few meetings to tell you about today. Of course, we do have the United Board meeting, which will immediately follow our morning broadcast of This Day, and that will start in the 9:30 time frame. It should go to about noon today. And then we have the Garden Villa Recreation Room Subcommittee, and that starts at 1:30 and should go to 3:30. And the United Board meeting will be televised. However, the Garden Villa Recreation one can be followed along at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Now, on our show today, we do have Jeff Parker here to give us an update on some numbers as well as some clarifications regarding our reopening that's happening on June 15th. And then we do have a United update with Sue Margolis. So some good stuff for you today. All right, let's take a look at our weather. Some weird rain happened yesterday in all across Southern California here in Orange County, so that was kind of unusual. We weren't anticipating that, but we just had little sprinkles. And this morning we woke up and it was already gone, so super happy about that. So today we're looking at a nice day with 72, 61, and we look at fog again and sun tomorrow, 75, 55. Thursday, 74, 57. Friday, nice and sunny with a nice warm 78, 59. And then Saturday, we're looking at warmer temperatures, 81, 65. Our sunrise this morning was at 5:40, and our sunset will be at 8 o'clock. Now, I have seen a few photos come in, so thank you for sending them in. Not every day I'll have a national day, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Alan, for sending this in. We appreciate it. Beautiful tree here in the village. And if you have a photo you'd like to share with me, I am looking for summertime spots that you've been to, so send it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have Jeff Parker, so stick around.
City of Hope is speeding cancer research and treatment to Orange County.
Go get a second opinion, third opinion. Go see somebody who has the expertise, because nowadays there is just so much research in every type of cancer that it's hard for one doctor to keep up to date with all the novel therapeutics and et cetera. So I think it's extremely, extremely important.
Condominiums at the Towers in Laguna Woods Village offer 7 spacious floor plans, unforgettable views, convenient bus transportation, and a new experience in independent, carefree senior living. Our beautiful hotel-style environment offers nightly 4-course dinner service, bi-weekly housekeeping, and a wide variety of activities. Also, for your convenience, our 24-hour concierge, 24-hour maintenance services, and on-site management. Experience elevated living at its finest.
At the Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback, you will always find a friendly face to guide you through your annual mammogram visit. Our staff, dedicated subspecialist breast radiologists, knowledge, and innovative technology await your visit to our center. With the Laguna Woods shuttle service right at our sidewalk, this convenient location offers you quick access for your appointment. You can expect nothing but the best for all your breast health needs at Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback.
There are many treasures within the walls of Laguna Woods Village. The foundation of Laguna Woods Village is one of them. Nowhere in the nation has a community embraced a commitment to assist its own residents with temporary emergency support. Since 1997, the foundation makes that support available through donations by individuals, clubs, organizations, and bequests. Help the foundation to help the real treasures within the village, our friends and neighbors.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Jeff Parker here. Welcome. Happy Tuesday.
Oh, good morning to you.
Nice to see you. And I know that we announced last time we were together a big reopening plan. And so I'm sure you've received questions and things regarding that, so we'll go over that in just a little bit. But let's go ahead and go over our COVID numbers since we can.
Quickly, and with good news, continued
Yes.
good news. Only 19 cases reported yesterday in Orange County. 0 fatalities, which is obviously really good news. Our tests continue to be over 5,000, so we'll see on the next numbers that come up how important that is. But again, I've always focused on this. ICUs only 8 in the county,
8.
and hospitalization 64. So we know we have a lot of capacity,
Yes.
and people are able to get regular medical care, surgeries, all of those activities that were so important kind of got put on the wayside
Right,
for a while.
and one thing that's interesting about the hospitalizations is now if you call, you may even have a delay because everyone has now put in their requests to have those secondary surgeries and elective surgeries and things like that. So don't expect to maybe get in right away to get that knee replaced.
But the ability to get there is the
That's
key.
right, that's right. So that's good news.
So on our data with regards to Laguna Woods, we've stabilized at 422 cases, so that's stabilized. And the people that have passed away in the city, or we use the city's numbers, has stayed at 50 for quite a long time now. We're over a month period of time, so those are real good as far as our personal numbers. And when we look at the next chart, which shows the sequential 7-day testing and the numbers, we're all below 1%. And that's just phenomenal.
Yes.
That we remember that was at 36 at one point in time. Now it's 0.9.
I know.
So that just shows that the vaccination process in California has been so effective. And I did want to mention that it's been so effective that Orange County announced that 2 days ago, basically at the beginning of the week, that they were going to discontinue some of their large site as far as vaccination. They're going to go to the more centralized decentralized mobile vaccination sites using Rite Aid, using CVS, using a lot of those type of facilities along with doctor offices as opposed to centralized sites.
Yeah.
So if you're going to make an appointment, we still want you to do that. But they're going to spread it out with regards to where you can go and give them more flexibility. So that's, I think, a positive sign that they don't need to have these big super sites anymore.
Right.
And they can use the more decentralized process. So that's really good news.
Yeah, good. And then we do have a vaccinefinder.org where people can find where it's in stock. And, I'm sure it's, readily available that I'm aware of. So you guys can get your appointments most likely the same day.
Sounds great. That is.
Good. And then you've got some other information regarding the announcement.
Right. So last week we announced that we're anticipating the governor to go green and we can reopen the process of getting reopened come June 15th. So we're in the midst of doing that. We're looking at now Clubhouse 1, 2, 4, 5 as being the kind of the focus on June 15th. And then ultimately we'll expand for 7 and 6 down the road. And obviously Clubhouse 3, once it gets renovated, back having that open probably in September is what we're shooting for.
All right.
But with regards to, I think one of the things I wanted to mention again, with regards to pools, only pool 2 will need a reservation. And that's the lap pool. So we're going to continue that. There will be some modification with regards to hours, and we'll be getting that information out to people, make sure everybody understands that here are the hours. Same thing at the community center here. We're going to go where we were doing half-day appointments for people to see resident services and manor alterations. We're expanding that to a full day.
Yes.
And it'll be 8 to 4 to make those reservations, and we want people to make reservations to come in. It's not that we won't be open, the community center will be, but if you just walk in and don't have an appointment, you may have to wait because we're going to continue to set these up just like a doctor's office in a sense to make it more efficient with regards to our operation and handling people's concerns.
Right. Now, I guess the question also would be, we do have other availability here in the community center. We have the PC and the Mac Club, and then we also have the tabletop tennis. So will they also require some sort of reservation or ActiveNet?
They won't. They'll be able to use those facilities as they did prior to it. They'll be able to just walk in and go to the table tennis, or the PC and the Mac were basically managed by those groups.
Okay.
So depending on what kind of classes they're going to have, it'll be up to them to organize that.
Okay. All right, perfect. I was curious because, before they were just the same as you just said, so it
Right.
kind of goes back to what it was before.
Right.
Okay.
The only other thing I wanted to mention was guests. Because of the scenario right now, it's going to be 15 and older for guests relative to the pools.
Okay.
And then there won't be any guests at this point in time with regards to golf. And that's because golf is basically all booked up by our
full, yeah.
residents. Now, we believe that once we reopen and get into a cycle of having facilities open and other activities, that maybe some of our golf reservation, which has been fully capacity taken, will lessen up. And at that point in time, we're working with the golf group and our boards to, at that point in time, we would allow for guests to be part of the golf process.
Right. Well, you're right, because clubs will then be meeting again, and like you said, other activities are open, so they might switch it up.
Right.
So-
We're hoping so.
I know. I can't believe it. People are playing that much golf. I guess they love it.
Well, it's been really good because one, we had narrowed down the timeframes, obviously, because we had the distancing requirements.
Yeah.
But now that we're back in the full operation, it's been amazing that we've been basically booked all day with our residents. And that's because it's an outdoor activity.
Sure.
And so it's good to see that happening, and we'll take a look at it and make sure that we master this thing with regards to bringing guests in eventually.
Okay, good. Now, your announcement that you made last week was available via eBlast, and it is also located on the website. And where is that on the website?
I think we're going to have it in recreation for sure,
Okay,
because
great.
that's where most
Right.
of the information is going to come with all the clubhouses and the pools and
Okay.
everything like that. So you just go into that link.
Go to recreation. Okay, so that's amenities, recreation, and they can scroll down and see all the availability.
Exactly.
All right, perfect. Anything else?
Well, we've been, I just want to mention and thank all the boards and everything. We've been working with them on their budgets and got through our first round of budget presentations. We have one more with GRF coming up on the 14th, and then we'll be preparing all of that, gathering all that, putting it back into place and getting ready for our July presentations to the boards.
Wow, it's been a long process.
Yeah, it's been very good though, because it's very detailed and very time consuming with regards to making sure that the boards have all the information they need to make the decisions they want to go forward on.
Okay, well, perfect. Well, thank you. And will we be seeing you again next week?
We'll see you next week for sure.
All right, wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks.
And remember, if you want additional information about what we just talked about regarding the reopening plans, you can go to recreation, and that is under amenities, recreation, and then scroll down and you'll be able to find that information there. All right, stick around. We'll have Sue Margolis.
With 2020 behind us, now is the perfect time to take care of all the things that you might not have been able to. Caliber Collision is just up the street from you, and we offer a lifetime warranty on all body and repair work for as long as you own your vehicle. And we offer free pickup and delivery for all our Laguna Woods customers. On or off the road, safety is very important to us, which is why we are following all COVID-19 guidelines. Caliber Collision, restoring the rhythm of your life.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Sue Margolis, who is here on behalf of United. How are you? I tell you, I think this insurance thing has gone on forever.
It will be. Same with budgeting. We're in the midst of budgeting, and this is a big part of our budget, unfortunately. So we really need to pay attention to it.
Yeah, it's really a top of the list there. So tell me a little bit about what is happening with the insurance coverage.
Okay, well, it's not a good thing right now, but we will. This is an update, and we're binding our coverage. We're looking to bind our coverage for next year. And we changed our common broker. We had 3 companies bid, and United and GRF are going together. Third is opted to go out on their own. And after interviewing each of these 3 companies and having them give us a presentation, we selected Marsh. Our former broker, Beecher Carlson, did not bid, nor did Gallinger, which Third is using Gallinger, so we won't be combined with them.
Okay.
So now we began having the bi-monthly meeting with Marsh we started last month, and we continue to discuss ways that United and GRF can navigate the insurance marketplace to get the most comprehensive and cost-effective program available. March is reporting that average renewal rates are increasing by 15% over the expiring rates as the market continues to adjust to the historic losses and unprofitability.
Right.
In particular, it's important to note that for composite programs such as ours, with premiums of excess $1 billion and or with share and layered programs, the average rate of increase is higher, 22%. So we might see that big jump.
Yeah.
The thing that's driving this, they're reporting that the global losses for 2020 are estimated at $83 billion. However, this even excludes the COVID-19 loss estimates. Losses in 2020 were driven by convective storm, civil unrest, flooding, named storms, wildfire, and other severe weather events.
Is that only in the state of California?
That's in the world, global.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say global?
Yeah, it's global losses.
Oh, yeah, you did. Okay, global losses.
We've got our civil unrest, and we've got our wildfires, and we're got our severe weather events here as well.
Right.
COVID claims still vary significantly between 40 and $100 billion, depending on the source. We anticipate 2020 will be the worst loss year on record for property industry once the claims are settled.
Yeah.
And for United and GRF, we are working with them to meet. They've given us this wonderful timeline of how we're going to go forward. Last week, they visited the property to determine the probable maximum loss. And they did a whole study, and they spent a day and a half here looking at every building in United, driving all around. So they're going to get the renewal information request as of today or last week. And they visited the property. They're going to have a property visit for valuation study. We had a valuation done last year, but they think they might be able to do a better one for United alone because we aren't in a fire zone. So they'll be here the week of the 7th through the 14th of June. 6/7/6/14. Then we're going to have a renewal strategy meeting at the end of the month, and we're going to try to figure out what we want to do. And we're going to prepare and send our submission to the marketplace at the beginning of July. And we're going to meet with the insurers at the end of July. And then we're going to put the proposal to the board at the end of August and be ready for our renewal decision in September and bind it in October. And then we're looking at possibly modifying the property renewal date so that we can project for budgeting at a better time of the year. So we're working on this. Meanwhile, we've got a minor problem or major problem is that we're trying to work with Third's timeline. And Third would like to bind their coverage in June before the wildfire season. And they are close to building up their tower of insurance. They've got a minor problem between the 250 to 425 million part. And the plan would be for United to keep some of its coverage with the current companies and release some to Third. By doing that, we would get a small refund, which we can use to offset the increase of next year. And we got a lot of decisions to make in a short time. It is an easy process. And I am not an insurance person, but I'm coming up to speed.
Well, sure. And and that's an interesting concept for them to want to get it done before wildfire season. Is that because they think the insurance would be less cost?
Yeah, because they are adjacent to a wildfire area. We aren't.
Oh,
So they want to make sure that if there are any wildfires, they're not impacted by it.
Got it.
And they've been working for almost a year now on theirs. So we're behind the curve. We thought we were going to go together, and they took off, and it's okay. We're going to do a little differently. They're going to try to get full recovery costs, and we probably will get maximum loss costs. We aren't going to go for full recovery costs.
Wow.
Which will have an impact on other things that we'll have to try to figure out how to handle, and we'll be working on those as well.
You'd think those losses weren't so high for last year, primarily because, if people are home, I guess it's because it's overall property damage. Is that where most of their...
Yeah, that's the problem. All the other insurances are pretty set and easy to get. It's the property one, which is they took so many losses that they've got to make up the money somewhere. And we had a sweet deal for many years, and then we just have been bombarded for the next 2 years. And now we're trying to figure out a way to make it so it doesn't go up a huge amount every year.
Right.
And we have good coverage, but we don't buy too much insurance that we can't even use. Exactly. So that's what we're working on.
Tons of work. Well, thank you and everybody that's working so hard on this.
Okay, thank you for having us, and I hope this gives people a feeling of what's going on behind the scenes.
Exactly. All right, Sue, thanks again. And we'll be right back after this.
City of Hope is speeding cancer research and treatment to Orange County.
Hope allows patients to know that they can get through the process and be okay. Because if you lose hope, then you really are not fighting. And so hope is extremely important in a patient who's diagnosed with cancer.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From our delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Welcome back. Well, I've got a couple of announcements for you. We're starting with something that's happening today at 11 o'clock this morning. It is being put on by the Hearing Well Club, which is now joined forces with HLAA, and that is a national organization. So a lot of great information. So today they're going to have a virtual online Zoom meeting. Now you do need to register for that, and you're going to want to go to HLAAMV.org, or you can contact Tony Barriant, and you can reach her at 949-614-5307, or you can send her a quick email, tony@HLAAMV.org. And again, that'll be today at 11 a.m. Also, something that's starting today is you can now watch a local baseball game right here in Irvine at the Great Park. And it's at the baseball complex, like I said, here in Irvine. And it's a local nonprofit baseball team, the Orange County Riptide. And they start today, and that will go through August 1st. And if you would like to go, it is free. The attendance is free. And you go to ocriptide.com/ schedule. So that should be something fun to do if you don't want to make the trek all the way to Angels Stadium. Now, coming up next week, June 16th, there is going to be another South County grocery distribution put on by Supervisor Lisa Bartlett and the Saddleback Church. And they are going to have a whole bag of groceries, and you don't need to get out of your car. You just drive through. And it's going to be on Wednesday, June 16th, and that'll be from 10 in the morning until 12 p.m. And it's going to be held at the Outlets in San Clemente, and that is off of Vista Hermosa. So you're going to want to check that out. And of course, if you ever have any questions regarding any of this, you can always contact Lisa Bartlett's office, or you can call the Agewell Senior Center, and that's 949-855-8033. Now, one thing I wanted to tell you about coming up on June 19th, it happens every third week of the month, is they have a bulky item pickup. Now, this is important to know because you can't just put your big items just out by the dumpsters. You have to call and get on a list to be able to know that that's going to be picked up. Now, of course, the bulky item pickup are large items that obviously you can't just throw in the trash, and of course you may need some help getting those out there. But you may want to call Resident Services to make an appointment. That's 949-597-4600 to let them know that you have maybe an appliance, clothing, electronic waste, some furniture. There are some residential waste products and mattresses. Now, they will not pick up construction waste, demolition waste, hazardous waste, car bodies, and other items that, you know, safely can be loaded and unloaded in car with two people. So very important that you follow those rules. Otherwise, you'll be dragging it back into your garage. So make sure you pay attention to that. All right, let's take a look at our weather one last time. It is already very nice out with some scattered clouds, as you can see in our picture there. We are looking at nice temperatures today. 72, 61, 75, 55, 74, 57, and then we get up to 78 on Friday and Saturday, 81. Very nice for the weekend. So have a great day in the village today. We'll be back again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Or you can rewatch our program at 12:30 and 5. So stick around for some great programming here on Village Television. Have a great day.
All great healthcare organizations care, but the best dare to reach higher. At Hoag, we lead with life-saving clinical trials and advanced therapies. Our world-renowned specialists innovate with state-of-the-art technologies like virtual reality and robotics. Hoag is the #1 hospital in Orange County 4 years in a row. Now, more than ever, your healthcare choices matter. Choose Hoag.
At our new Memorial Wave Imaging Center in Laguna Woods, formerly Orange County Diagnostics, you can expect the same precise imaging, multiple modalities for your imaging needs, and the same friendly staff with medical providers like Dr. Syed Sharakni. The Laguna Woods Transportation Service offers convenient access right to our door, and we continue to provide the care and compassion that you expect from our new Wave Laguna Woods location.